All right, now that we got it cleaned off, remember it's absolutely important to keep it as clean as possible with no bits of sawdust or anything on there. And we're going to apply all the glue just like we did to the little strip onto the back of here, and then we'll do the countertop or the deck, and then we'll stick it on. Here, I'll hold this for you. Why don't you start right in the middle and work your way back. We're going to take this off carefully, and I'll set it aside so it can dry, and then we'll clean off the Yep, we'll check this, just make sure it's still clean. If you feel any debris, you're good. All right, and then now we got to do the same thing to the countertop deck. Does it look good, covered? Yep, you want it to all look kind of wet, and again, you need to let this dry to the touch. And the way I describe that, the best way to describe it is that the contact adhesive works like a permanent Velcro, and it's liquid Velcro when you put it down. And you need to let it dry enough so that the two pieces can connect with each other, and then they'll stick forever. But if you stick it before it's if it's too wet, it hasn't dried enough, the ends will start to pull off when you're routing it and working it. So you got to make sure that it dries enough. But don't let it dry too much. Don't go watch a movie or something like that, because if it dries too much, they won't stick to each other anymore. So you kind of just have to keep an eye on it and check on it every 5-10 minutes. It'll dry faster depending on your stretching. No. The glue will dry faster depending on your conditions wherever you're working. If it's warm, if it's cold, if it's humid, if it's dry, that will all affect the dry time. So we're going to let this dry for a little bit, and then we will stick the laminate on and trim it. All right, Natalie, I think it's good. Does it seem pretty dry? Good. Now, before we put the laminate on there, remember I told you once these glues stick together that you can't get them apart. So in order to make sure we line it up correctly, we're going to use these dowels to lay over the core, and then we're going to put our laminate on there, and we can adjust it and move it around here. You can use, these are just regular dowels. You can buy them at a craft store or at a hardware store. You can use almost anything. I've used pieces of trim, lengths of plastic and stuff like that. I think we'll go the other direction so that they hang over there. And you just want to lay them out. Yeah, why don't you lay them out like, whoa, that'll do it. Probably don't need that many. Let's not roll them over there. Lay them out like about every few inches like that. And we'll space them out all the way across. You know, space those ones out. Now, this is also a good indicator of if your glue is dry enough. If these stick, your glue is not dry enough to put your laminate on. But if they can roll around like that, then it'll be fine. I think we got extra. We'll grab our laminate. All right, Natalie. Which side is the front? That side. Where does that go? That side. Okay. You grab that end. Try not to touch the glue too much. And we'll lay it over our countertop like that. And then we want a little bit of overhang on every side. So do you have a little bit of overhang on your edge? Is there some there? Yep. And there's some here and there. Okay. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to have you hop down and stand right here. What we're going to do is we're going to slide the middle one out. We're going to slide that one out, pull it all the way out. And this makes it easier that way once you have it all adjusted. And then we're going to stick the middle. Just push down like that. Now we don't have to worry about our laminate moving away from us. Now you can pull that one out. If you got to roll it a little bit, slide it out. Good. And then slide the rest of these out. I'll hold on to them for you. We're going to pinch the middle and we'll work our way out because we don't want to get any bubbles in there. And then we just hand stick it down just like we did the edge. Good. All the way to the end. And then we do the same thing on the other side. Here, why don't I'll pull from the middle, or pull this way, and you, there you go. We'll just work our way. Oop, we don't want that. Don't leave that one. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Awesome. Now we need to stick it down again with our J-roller. All right, now that we have it stuck on, we're gonna trim it off with our laminate trimmer, and I'm gonna help Natalie get started and have her do it. This is the back side, this is the front side. One other trick, when you're routing off a piece where you're gonna be riding up against the finished piece of laminate, it's a good idea to lubricate it up a little bit. You can use Vaseline, you can buy special lubricants, or you can just use cooking spray like this. And you just spray a quick little bit on the edge like that, and that'll help keep it protected and keep the bearing moving smoothly. Otherwise, if you stay in one spot too long or you push too hard, you can make a mark in the finished laminate. So we're gonna start, Natalie, I'm gonna come over there and help you, but we're gonna start on the back side right here, and then we're gonna work our way counterclockwise that way. We're gonna have to move you. So we're gonna just go around one side, and then we'll move and do the other side. All right, now that we got our countertop deck top laminated, we're gonna apply our bull nose here, but the first thing we need to do is, just like everything, we need to get our sanding block, Natalie, and just do a little bit of sanding to get it flushed up there.